Welcome to MC Travelogue. On this episode, we'll be exploring a structure in progress called the Arches. And we'll start this one in the Arches train station. Hello, duck. This place is overridden with ducks. Nice natural habitat, I suppose. So anyway, we ride the train, you come to this station. So this area has really built up since the Arches were started. This was at the far end of this what we had civilization in this world. I just picked something far away from everything else we had built, and I started building this wooden structure, and I made it right near the water so you could overlook the sea and then turn around and enjoy the meadows and stuff that are out this direction. And then the farther down you go, the coastline, it turns a little swampy, which you'll see in a little bit here. So basically, I just start out in the middle of nowhere. Now, roads, trains, houses, all kinds of structures have built up in this area. So it started with this small little series of wooden arches. And then once I built these three, I thought, well, I'm going to make the next one bigger. So I made the next, and actually I decided to start going with two instead of the three. So I built two of the larger towers. I thought, well, why not make the next one even larger? So the third one was even bigger than that. The third and the fourth one, there were two of those. There's a lot of trees around here, and I can't get a good view of it. But anyway, so you'll see, so there's the third size. And by the time I get to the fourth one, I was like, these things are getting huge. So I just built one. And then the fifth size is actually still under construction. We'll get a better look at all these here in a little bit. But I just want to show you how it progressed. And yes, there are plans to build a sixth one that's even bigger than that fifth one. So let's go all the way back to the beginning here. And I'll show you, I think what I did was doubled the size of each one. So whereas this one started out as 2 squares, 2 blocks, this one ended up being 4 by 4. This one ended up being what? Oh, that's the same one. Let's see what this third size was. I think it went up to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then I believe the next one went to 16. So you get the pattern here. Then when I decided, now these were too small, but in this one I decided, you know what, I'm going to build a ladder up the middle so you can go to the top. So that's what I did here. All right, so you can overlook, you can see how the smaller ones are made, the top. But this one, you can actually get a little bit of a view, so you can overlook the ocean. That's another project that was started down underwater. There's one of Paige's houses. And you can overlook and see there's the Arches train station. And back in the distance, you see Five Canyons National Park. I talked about my real-life house in a previous episode. There it is. And then beyond that is another house I was building. Okay, anyway, so this one's about the Arches. So here we are on top of the size 2. Now, if you go inside this one, you can see how much bigger the third one is, and that also goes down to the ground. But you can go up to the top of the third size. Oh, don't break a leg. Okay, so we're on top of the third one now. You can see we're getting a little higher up. Look down at the size 2 there. And there's a better view of the train station. And all of our civilization is back in there. Previous episodes have been recorded back in that area. There's the top of Pages. And there's another train station which heads off into the foggy distance. Okay, we're on the size 3. Hello, spider. Don't mind me. Okay, now here's the fourth size. You can see it's really getting big. Let's go in here. Let's go ahead and close the door. And again, a ladder going down if you want to go on out. But yeah, these things are getting huge. I almost want to start building things inside these towers now. So let's go up the ladder, go up top of the fourth size. I need a I don't know why I made the ladders like I did. Need to change that. Okay. So, overlooking size 3 there. We're getting higher up. Real good view now. You can see the curvature of the earth. We're getting so high. Again, there's a train station headed out over the water. And there's the 5th one. It's massively huge. Bye-bye. I think Will was up here. Oh, there you go. That's a good view. You can see the woods. There's my house. And there I'm actually building my real-life parents' house, the house I grew up in. So that'll be finished. That'll be a future episode, I'm sure. So you can see how I just build the outline of the tower first and then just start filling in. Now, instead of having the whole inside open, I decided to go with just an enclosure inside, kind of like a little tube. So again, that goes all the way down. Whoa, I don't want to go down. Okay, that goes down to the ground. So let's go up to the roof here. I'm going to have to be careful because it's not completed. All right, and this is looking out over size 4 and 3. I'm really high up now. You can really oversee the neighborhood. And again, it's not starting with size 4. I ditched the 2 tower per size. There's just going to be 1 per size. Now it gets real swampy back in here, but I do plan on building one twice as big as this. It's probably going to encompass this whole area. But there is something that Will found. I don't know if you can see it from up here, and maybe I'll make a future episode about it. But there is a shack. No, that's a tree. I think it's back in that area. There was actually like a shack up on stilts out in the swamp. It was already there when we were exploring, so that was really cool. And eventually there'll be a train, and there'll probably be a tourist area. Tourist thing, you pay a couple bucks, you can go see it. But yeah, I gotta watch my step here. But anyway, so that's how it looks right now. It will be finished eventually. Actually, you can see the ladder going down to the ground. So I'm gonna go on down there and wrap up this episode here. But yeah, these things just take so long to build. I've moved on to other projects, but I will come back and finish this one. And the thing is, I look at this and I think how much longer the one twice this big is gonna take to make. Okay, so here we go. We're going down to the ground. I try to leave trees and stuff intact as much as possible. So we'll go outside, and here we are. And this is the road that travels along the wall, the arches. And just for curiosity's sake, I'll satisfy your curiosity. This alley is the one that goes back to my garage, and we're back to the house that I built. All right, and that concludes our tour of the arches. Thanks for watching, and come back for another episode of MC Travelogue.